In the beginning of the movie, a Yakuza gang member named Oda wakes up in a separate street that is being blocked. He also finds himself wearing only his underwear, and in front of Bok Soon, the legendary hitman. Instead of killing him outright, Bok Soon explains that he learned from his daughter Jae-young that things should be done fairly, which was discussed when they heard the news about the senator denying all claims that his son was fraudulently admitted to college. So to be fair, Bok Soon gives Oda a sword so he can defend himself while she will fight with an axe. A fierce battle ensued between the two highly skilled warriors, but in the end, it was Oda who killed Bok Soon. But Bok Soon suddenly seemed to be alive, because in the fight he had just analyzed the situation and predicted the outcome. Since he couldn't win in hand-to-hand combat, he decided to cheat and shot Oda.
나한테 딸이 하나 있어. 마트 문 닫을 시간이라.
After that, Bok Soon returned home, where he found his daughter hiding cigarettes. This makes Bok Soon remember when her abusive father found her smoking and forced her to eat cigarettes.
삼켜야지.
When Jae-young comes home, Bok Soon goes through many scenarios in her mind, and seeing them all end in a fight, she decides not to scold him, as their relationship is already tense and awkward enough.
언제부터 폈어?
그게 설득력도 있겠다. 그치?
Jae-young doesn't know that his mother is an assassin and hates her reclusive attitude. The next day, Oda's death appears on the news. Min-kyu is glad to see Bok Soon did her job well because he's the CEO of MK Enterprise, the assassin company Bok Soon works for.
오빠는 참 길복순한테 간대.
누가 바람난 야쿠자 남편한테 화난?
However, his sister Min-hee is jealous because she knows Min-kyu adores Bok Soon and pays more attention to her. Meanwhile, Bok Soon gets together with her hitmen friends for a drink. Everyone is impressed by her sword and her salary, which is quite high because she's Class A and the best in the business. While they chat, they discuss the 3 rules Min-kyu has taught all the assassin companies: never murder minors, only take jobs sanctioned by their companies, and always attempt the assigned jobs. Disobeying these rules will get the employee killed.
저는 동네 흥신소 회계사나 다시는 무직자나 아마추어들이 일은 절대 없을 겁니다.
After the meeting is over, Bok Soon finds a group of thugs checking out her car and calling her naughty names. Bok Soon insults them back, but before they can react, fellow assassin Hee-sung cuts in and beats them all up. Hee-sung is as good as Bok Soon and should be Class A as well, but he couldn't go that high because he got on the CEO's bad side. After the fight, Bok Soon and Hee-sung spend the night together, and Bok Soon gives Hee-sung money for his father's medical treatment, which hurts Hee-sung's pride. Meanwhile, Jae-young is meeting with her girlfriend Soare. Their relationship is a secret because they know their mothers wouldn't approve of their preferences. Unfortunately, they have to interrupt all their kissing when a group of classmates almost walks on them, and Jae-young has to turn down Cheo-woo's invitation to hang out, which makes him rather angry. Sometime later, Bok Soon goes to the MK offices to see Min-kyu, but Min-hee blocks her way and drags her away for a special activity. In a shady bathroom, Yang-ji attacks a man, triggering a fierce fight that throws them against the wall, revealing this is just an exercise in the Assassin Academy. Min-hee puts Bok Soon on the spot and asks her to train with Yang-ji, who is her biggest fan. Yang-ji arms herself with a wooden knife and Bok Soon with a marker, and the fight starts with an obvious advantage for Bok Soon. Yang-ji manages to pull a trick to throw his weapon from one hand to the other, which would have given Bok Soon a cute if the knife had been real. However, Bok Soon quickly retaliates, and uses her marker to write on Yang-ji's neck, which would have equaled death.
너 방금 죽었어.
Afterward, Bok soon meets with Min-kyu, who makes her choose between two envelopes for the next mission. Bok soon looks at her choice and discovers she must kill a boy, but Min-kyu quickly corrects her and explains he's of age. Bok soon also takes the chance to remind Min-kyu her contract is ending soon and she'll be retiring. Their meeting is interrupted when Bok soon gets a call from the school telling that Jae-young stabbed Cheo-woo. She rushes to the school and learns that her daughter is at risk of being expelled because she never gave a reason for the attack. For now, she gets a week of suspension, and then the committee will make a proper decision later. Afterward, Bok soon talks to Jae-young and demands an explanation, but Jae-young just says she wanted to kill Cheo-woon. Later, while his son is on a job cleaning the bodies he left, Bok soon offers her company and rants about how distant she feels from her daughter. She's also worried that Jae-young is becoming too much like her.
너 엄마로서 자격이 없나? 애 때문에 이름 포기하기 싫은 거야.
선배 정도면 충분히 좋은 엄마라는 거.
너 요새 무슨 책 쓰냐?
Meanwhile, the leaders of each assassin company under MK are having a meeting. They've discovered there's a murder victim that happened outside company's orders and the culprit could be one of their employees. Min-kyu assures everyone that if that's true, he won't hesitate to kill the culprit for breaking the rules.
그럼 만에 하나 MK 직원이면요.
제 목이라도 드릴까요?
They don't know this is all a plan by Min-hee, who wants to get rid of Bok soon to have Min-kyu for herself. Sometime later, Bok soon keeps on trying to talk to Jae-young, but the girl ignores her. At that moment, she gets a call from Min-kyu, who is getting ready to go on a trip, and he informs her that Yang-ji will be her partner for the mission. Later in the evening, the two assassins break into the victim's apartment and knock him out. Then they begin preparing the details to make it look like he did it himself.
역시.
But when she's about to kill him, Bok soon realizes the face looks familiar and checks the goodbye later. It turns out this is the senator's son, who the father is getting killed to get rid of the scandal. Her thoughts are suddenly interrupted by a call that goes directly to voicemail, and she listens to the message to discover it's Jae-young apologizing for everything.
엄마 일하는 중이야.
엄마. 미안해.
Inspired by this, Bok soon refuses to kill a young man just because his faith's ashamed, so she calls Min-kyu to tell him she's made a mistake and failed the mission. Min-kyu has already arrived at a Russian bar, and he puts on his earbuds to talk to Bok soon while he carries on his mission. A fierce battle ensues in the bar, but Min-kyu has no issues fighting and killing every man that approaches him with accurate shots or hand-to-hand combat.
넌 지금 기다려.
As he fights, he demands to know the truth, but Bok soon sticks to her story and even makes Yang-ji say she also made a mistake to make it more believable.
믿든 안 믿든 그건 대표님 선택인데 그냥 일하면서 들어주세요. 이게 내가 실패한 작품 아무도 손 못 대요. 내 재계약 조건이에요.
Min-kyu points out Bok soon broke the rules, so to buy his silence, Bok soon says she'll accept to extend her contract with MK instead of retiring. Her only condition is that nobody can finish the mission she failed, and Min-kyu accepts. When Bok soon gets home, Jae-young is already sleeping. However, when she leaves the room, it's revealed that Jae-young was just pretending to be asleep, and she's been needing comfort because So-ra won't answer her messages. After finishing his own task, Min-kyu calls Min-hee and tells her to close the senator's case, ignoring the fact this could damage the company's reputation. Min-kyu has a clear preference for Bok soon, and it makes Min-hee hate her more. Ready for revenge, she goes looking for Hee-sung to ask him to finish Bok-soon's failed mission, which he immediately accepts because it would put him in the A-leagues and give him the money for his father's treatment. On the plane, Min-kyu can't help thinking about the day he met Bok-soon many years ago. When Min-kyu broke into a house to kill a man, the guy's daughter came home earlier than expected. This was Bok-soon, who wasn't bothered by the fact someone was trying to kill her abusive dad. In fact, she kicks the chair to finish the job. Min-kyu had been impressed by the girl's lack of fear and quick thinking, so he took her under his wing to train her as an assassin. Sometime later, Bok-soon finally gets to have a proper talk with her daughter, who shares what truly happened. Cheol-woo took a picture of her and So-are kissing, then he threatened with making them public unless Jae-young dated him for 1 month. To make matters worse, So-are asked Jae-young to do what he said for the sake of her reputation. Hurt by her girlfriend's lack of empathy, Jae-young responded by stabbing Cheol-woo with a pair of scissors.
우리 그냥 서로가 하자는 대로 하자. 어? 얘가 점심시간에 나한테 사진 몇 장을 보냈어. 나 여자 좋아해, 엄마.
Bok-soon is quite upset to hear her daughter likes girls and asks her if she's just confused, which hurts Jae-young deeply and makes her remind her mother she keeps secrets too.
그래도 내가 널 이렇게 몰라도 되니?
엄마, 나 사실은 남자가 좋아. 그런구나.
Their conversation is interrupted by a visit from Young-ji. Bok-soon thinks this is an attack, but she immediately calms down when Young-ji explains she's been fired because she's being blamed for the failure to cover for Bok-soon. Feeling guilty and pitiful, Bok-soon takes Young-ji to the bar to have dinner together, and Jae-young has to watch how her mother chooses work over her again. At the bar, Bok-soon's assassin pals arrive with Hee-sung as they congratulate him for becoming a rank, which immediately tells Bok-soon that something's wrong. Meanwhile, Min-kyu violently confronts Min-hee for finishing the senator's job, but Min-hee responds by trying to kiss him. Min-kyu turns her down and sticks to defending Bok-soon. At the bar, Bok-soon sees the news of the boy's death and immediately guesses what happened. Her scolding of Hee-sung is suddenly interrupted by a call from Min-hee, who asks to be put on speaker. Then she offers the mission of killing Bok-soon. Whoever manages it will jump straight to rank B. Another savage fight begins that even the bar owner joins, and Bok-soon is shocked to see Young-ji is actually on her side helping her kill each of the guys. One by one they kill every single assassin with whatever tool they can find around, and lastly only Hee-sung is left. When Bok-soon comes to kill him, Hee-sung asks her to take care of his dad before he dies. Afterward, Bok-soon calls the cleaning crew and wonders why Young-ji helped her, so Young-ji explains she just wants to survive and Bok-soon had more chances of winning. Then Bok-soon gets a call from Jae-young, who wonders when her mother will come home because she needs her. However, Min-kyu suddenly shows up and violently pushes Bok-soon against the wall, furious because she's broken a bunch of rules and this will get him in trouble with the other leaders. Bok-soon doesn't want her daughter to hear this, so Min-kyu quickly destroys the phone. Then Young-ji cuts in and explains that it was Min-hee who sent the orders. Min-kyu asks Bok-soon to come to the office the next day to renew her contract because that's the only way he can protect her, but Bok-soon refuses, knowing that this disrespect means they'll have to fight. However, when she calculates the outcome, she can see she loses, so she has no choice but to accept to renew the contract. After Bok-soon leaves, Min-kyu asks Young-ji not to tell anyone about this. At home, Bok-soon is scolded by her daughter, who had been worried because she didn't answer her phone. Jae-young explains So-are has broken up with her and is now denying she's into girls like that. Bok-soon apologizes for her reaction earlier and promises Jae-young she doesn't have to hide who she is. Then she has a breakdown, and Jae-young realizes her mother has had an awful day at work too. They bond over their difficult lives while Bak Soon continues to keep details vague. But Jae-young suddenly confesses she once found a gun and a fake passport in her mother's bag. This makes Jae-young think her mother is CIA, and since Bak Soon finally feels close to her daughter, she doesn't deny it. The next day the company bosses hold a meeting to discuss the killing of their men, suspecting that Min-kyu is involved in this. Min-kyu explains Bak Soon had been defending herself and offers monetary compensation, but some of the bosses don't believe him and ask him to finish things for himself as the rules say, even handing him the blade to do so.
오해를 하고 계시는 것 같은데.
Instead, Min-kyu kills one of the bosses on top of the table and reminds everyone that he is the rule, so he adds a new one to the list, not drawing weapons during their meetings.
혹시 더 제목이 필요하시면 저한테 피 묻은 칼을 보내주시죠. 이 차민기의 목을 갖고 싶다!
Meanwhile, Bak soon goes to the office to sign the contract, only to find Min-hee, who confesses Yang-ji was killed by Min-kyu after she left the other night. Furious, Bak soon kills Min-hee with a pen and leaves it for Min-kyu as a message that she wants to duel him.
길이 차 대표에게 피 묻은 칼.
말하고 이 학교 계속 다닐까봐.
이것도 좀 먹어봐.
In the evening, Bak soon makes sure to have a very cozy dinner with Jae-young, even letting her skip the vegetables. She wants her to have a last good memory in case she doesn't come back. Moments later, Bak soon arrives at the office, and Min-kyu begins shooting at her as soon as the elevator doors open. However, Bak soon doesn't move, knowing he isn't being serious yet. Then Min-kyu asks her to have a drink with him, saying he's already predicted the battle and that she loses. Bak soon begins going through dozens of predictions in her head, using all kinds of techniques to try to kill Min-kyu each time, but no matter what she tries, she always ends up losing. However, hearing him talk about the old days makes her realize he does have a weakness, and that's Bak soon herself. It turns out Min-kyu had been in love with her all this time, and when Bak soon finally says it aloud, it's enough to distract Min-kyu and kill him with a samurai sword.
언제부터였어요?
I do. This guy's in love with. How can I can't? I'm glad.
Before dying, Min-kyu confesses he sent a tablet to Jae-young so she could watch everything through the security cameras. Panicking and upset, Bak soon rushes back to her home, afraid her daughter will hate her now. However, Jae-young is asleep in her bed, so maybe Min-kyu was lying. At that moment, Jae-young wakes up and praises Bak soon for always working so hard for the family, which makes her feel guilty and leaves her wondering if Jae-young truly doesn't know.
피곤해 보인다. 쉬어. 수고했어.
Sometime later, it's revealed that the senator that got his son killed died in his car due to carbon monoxide poisoning, implying Bak soon did it. Jae-young has officially been expelled, but she goes to the school to say a final goodbye to her friends. She shakes hands with So-ra and leans in to whisper in her ear that she debated whether to kiss her in front of everyone or to just kill her. Afterwards, she makes eye contact with Cheo-woo as she touches her neck, reminding him what she's capable of.